Good morning. It is March 4th, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. The morning after tooth pulling, and let me just say it's still a little hurting. I do have some prescription medicine though. You know, I do have some pills to take. One every 8 hours, and the other whenever it starts hurting. So there's always that. And I did wake up actually feeling pretty shitty, so I took the one when my tooth was fucking hurting. Like, I don't even know what a tooth pain is, but it's honestly the worst pain out there. That's coming from experience, I can say. You know, I think another pain that's up there is easily, and it's gonna sound weird, but when you're constipated and you have to have the biggest release in your life, you know, I think that's a pretty high one up there too. And oddly enough, you know, people who know me, they know that I don't like Pokemon, because Pokemon is such a random subject to jump into. But no, for real, Pokemon, it's not that good of a game series, I'll say. I mean, it's interesting what they've done. They release a new world every 3 or 4 years or whatever, with new monsters and a new world and new characters and stuff, and I like the idea of that. I think as a game, though, it fails. You know, it doesn't keep me interested. It doesn't have an interesting and involving storyline. You know, the music has always kind of just been around subpar level, I'd say. Aside from the first two, but that's probably because I have nostalgia for it. I think that it's essentially, it's the Call of Duty or Madden that doesn't take a year to make. You know, it takes, like I said, 3 or 4 years for them to make a new one usually. And I think if they released one every year, people would still buy it. And it can't be that hard to make. You know, for the first couple months, they'd probably make all the Pokemon while the developers are working on new engine improvements or whatever, new features. You know, the planning stage, I think they could release one every year, probably. The only thing, though, is they're lazy. You know, they would run, like with Call of Duty, a game based around war, you can't get really bored of war, because they're not introducing so much every game. Pokemon, they're potentially adding in like 100 to 300 new monsters. So it gets a little more complicated with Pokemon, because they could easily burn through their resources and make so many fucking monsters that they just wouldn't have that many to really play around with anymore. But that's not about me hating Pokemon. This is about me buying this game right here. Pokemon White 2. Yeah. Now, I didn't buy this for me. I bought it for my brother. And he said that I could play through it or whatever. And I gotta say, dude, my first 2 or 3 hours of Pokemon White 2, I'll say that they've added a little more story to it. It seems like there's definitely more of a story going on. I didn't play the first White or Black, so I don't really know the events leading up into the sequel. I guess there was like the Team Rocket of those games or something did something, and I don't know, they've been referenced already or something. But I'll say from a gameplay point, it's really slow, dude. It feels really slow to me. I don't know. It could be because I've played so many, like, whenever I play a Pokemon game, like in the past 10 years, I've probably played it on an emulator. So for me, I think they've really needed to up the speed of Pokemon. To me, it's way too slow. You know, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like, you can't skip talking scenes. You can cut out the battle animation, but still, battles feel like they take forever. You know, you attack them, then you have to wait for the bar of health to move down, and then you have to like watch them. Enemy has attacked you. A second later, like, it takes like 5 seconds for one attack to go through. And I think what they should have done is added in kind of like a fast forward ability, like Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem did this perfectly. Fire Emblem completely allows you to skip battles completely, or fast forward through them, or pause them, or I think there was one other thing you could do, but still, you could actually do stuff that would allow you to speed up the process of a repetitive game. That's a really cool feature. Pokemon, though, it's like they're completely like oblivious to it. Like, I get that they're doing the if you've done it right, just keep doing it thing, but to me, I think there's just a certain point where you think as developers they would have been bored by really not innovating a genre, not really doing anything with it. They're just kind of printing money at this point. They're not really like, where is their passion or just desires really as designers? Like, do they have none? Are they just satisfied with their job? I don't know, but I don't know. I think I'll try to beat it, you know. I think as a gamer, it's my challenge to play through a game series that everybody loves that I'll never understand. I think that's a goal, though. I think I'll beat Pokemon White version 2. Yeah. Can I just say, eating with a toothache is a bitch. I've had this sandwich here for like 20 minutes and I've only taken like 3 bites out of it. What's going on with that? Yeah. I'm gonna end it here, so bleep!